Hey guys, alright, it's Brett from IMBMA. How's it going? And in case you guys don't know, I run a channel that focuses mainly on old style traditional martial arts conditioning and strength and toughness training, sort of old school style training. Now, the hermit emerges from his cave because for the past 10 months there's been the odd video from me, but as you can probably see from the newer videos on my channel, if you have a look at them, I've been focusing on and I've been developing a program of, or training a program of, sort of whole body strength, toughness, resilience, and endurance. I've been trialing it on myself for the last 10 months, and I've got awesome results. Now, why have I done this? Because within, if you guys have seen my channel so far over the years, there's a lot of iron body training, there's a lot of conditioning training, but also within myself, being someone who enjoys weights and other kind of training, I identified within myself that something I wanted to improve was my overall toughness and endurance when it came to fatigue. It came to base skills, even base skills that we train in the 72 secret arts of the Shaolin, like running endurance, like things like bearing a weight over distance, almost things that some people would identify as almost like militaristic style of training. Yeah, and now the reason I've gone and visited that kind of thing is because also, if you remember in the past, martial artists were inherently also, and have been throughout many cultures, soldiers. So I think for people who are going to fight in war, and for people who are combating, or for even just for people who are fighting in ring fights or whatever, the ability to be able to endure, the ability to be able to push, pull, carry weight over distance, and build that strength in your legs is really important. And that's another thing that I've really focused on, is that the legs and the leg muscles are such a powerful tool in your body, not only for hormones, like boosting your strength and muscular system by training them, but just they're one of the biggest muscle groups. And it's such a powerful muscle group. It's a reason why in traditional Shaolin Kung Fu and traditional Shaolin training, Kung Fu training, and martial arts training, there's so much emphasis on stances, on standing, on horse stance, yeah? But sometimes the stuff that gets overlooked is the stuff, just the good old-fashioned bearing weights on your legs, traveling with weights, etc., etc. Now, one thing, in the modern Western world, or at least in a narrow focus, everyone goes, right, how can I train my legs? Yeah, and although it's getting better with the mixed MMA style training, in a lot of the world it's like, well, how can I train my legs? People see their martial arts training, and then they've got this other avenue where they go, oh well, yeah, I can do horse stance and stuff, but oh yeah, I'll go to the gym and I'll do squats and I'll do a leg press machine and da 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 da, and also people with smaller frames and stuff, start to pick up injuries from that. Perhaps you might be someone who, you have an instep problem or a gait problem or any kind of other back injury or knee injury or any kind of injury that makes those things not too great for you. Also, it's a very limited range of motion kind of thing. Yeah, so you're just not getting the power that you can really pack into your body. One of the greatest things you can do, but obviously you've got to be aware of injuries. And one of the things I've found so beneficial in my program that I've been doing is this idea of bearing weight on the body, and doing things like climbing stairs, stair climbs, doing things like sand runs, doing the things that we all hate, holding bars and running with them and jogging with them, and obviously building it up over time. Now, if you guys keep an eye on the channel, and you'll see various bits and pieces, I'll be going into all these things I have been doing over the last 10 months to really build my strength and stamina and endurance to an awesome place that it's got to, which can only help and benefit you for your martial arts, for your health and fitness or whatever. I've gone from my legs being strong in a martial arts way, but for my overall endurance for me, not being in a place where I wanted it to be, to it being like in a place where I'm really happy with. You know, like I can carry load on my back over distance of like 5, 10, 12 kilometers. We're talking like 20 odd kilos on my back, 12 kilometers, and I can maintain that for you know, up to 2 hours, which is fine. I can go for 10-kilometer runs, which I never used to be able to do. I can go for weighted runs with 10 kilometers, obviously not with like 20 kilos worth of weight, but you know, I can do things now with my body and with my endurance that I just could not do before. So yeah, hopefully for the guys tuning into this channel, I'm just going to have to say that these aren't things, you're going to have to learn to love these things. You know, they're not things that are easy, they're not things that you can stick your head in the sand with, but that's basically the core and basis of my whole channel, is that, you know, none of the things that I do are particularly easy or particularly popular, because people sometimes like the popular things that are easy, that are look good, but no one likes putting a backpack on or putting weights on their legs or holding a 20-kilo bar and walking or running with that for 5 kilometers. No one loves that, yeah? But that's the sort of work that we have to put in to get the kind of toughness that we want, yeah? Or the toughness that we can. To really build the strength in those bones, the strength in those tendons that our ancestors used to naturally have, because they had harder working lives than we do. Unless, of course, you know, people in the military have already built these sorts of skills or whatever. But even then, people who do these things, they stop, they leave, and they put them to one side. Okay, so maybe these are things we can pick up, even if they're things that you're good at already or whatever. But yeah, keep an eye on the channel, and yeah, just look out for more stuff. And yeah, it's awesome. You know, I'm going to be releasing it as we go through, as I get time. But just to tell you guys who follow the channel that I am here, and yeah, the training's going well. Alrighty, okay, guys. Thanks a lot. I'll be releasing some stuff for the Patreon guys who also, it's been very silent there. So yeah, but I'll be releasing a video about that for them.